Welcome back, everyone. Justin here. So far in this unit, we've learned how to graph quadratic equations given to us in factored and vertex forms. But we've got one more form to check out before we're able to graph any quadratic that's thrown our way: standard form. Standard form of a quadratic equation is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. What are we waiting for? Let's get into it. Here we have a quadratic equation in standard form, y equals 2x squared minus 8x plus 7. We could set the equation equal to 0 and solve by factoring, completing the square, or using the quadratic formula to get the x-intercepts, but there are other pieces of information we can get from a standard form equation that'll allow us to graph the parabola much more easily without having to go through these steps of solving the equation. Our first step here will actually be to find the axis of symmetry. There's a helpful formula that we can use to do this, and if you're curious about where it comes from, you can check out the extension activity in the materials for this lesson. Anyway, that formula is x equals negative b over 2a, with a and b coming from the standard form equation. What are the a and b values of this equation? You got it, a is 2 and b is negative 8. We can't forget to include the sign in front of the b term. So then, using the formula gives us x equals negative 8 divided by 2 times 2. Pause here while you evaluate the right side to get the equation for the axis of symmetry. We'll evaluate that numerator first. Negative 8 is just positive 8, and then the denominator, 2 times 2, is 4. Finally, we'll divide 8 by 4 to give us x equals 2, so that's the axis of symmetry. Let's go ahead and sketch that in. Thinking back to our work so far with graphing quadratics, now that we know the axis of symmetry, what other key features of the parabola can we find? The vertex. That's our next step. Remember, the x-coordinate of the vertex is always the same as the axis of symmetry. So how do we use the axis to find the vertex again? We'll substitute it for x in the equation and evaluate. Pause here while you find the y-coordinate of the vertex and record your answer as an ordered pair. Go ahead and check your work. Substituting 2 into the equation gives us a y value of negative 1. So that means the vertex of this parabola is at 2, negative 1. Let's go ahead and plot that point. Now, will the parabola open upward or downward? Just like with the other forms of quadratic functions, it all comes back to the a value. Because a is positive, the parabola will open upward, and the vertex will be a minimum. So far, other than using the new formula, the steps of finding the axis of symmetry and the vertex haven't been all that different from the other two forms of quadratic functions we've graphed. Our next step, though, is unique to quadratics written in standard form. Find the y-intercept and its corresponding point. How can we use our equation to find the y-intercept? Well, the y-intercept is always the value of y when x equals 0, so we can substitute 0 for x. Doing that gives us 2 times 0 squared minus 8 times 0 plus 7. 0 squared is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, and negative 8 times 0 is also 0. So what does that leave us with? Positive 7. The y-intercept of this parabola is 0, 7. Let's go ahead and plot that point. Before we use symmetry to plot the corresponding point, what connection do you notice between the y-intercept and the equation? The y-intercept is the c value. So while it's important to understand that the y-intercept comes from an x value of 0, we don't have to substitute 0 and evaluate every time. The next part of this step is to find the point that corresponds to the y-intercept on the other side of the axis of symmetry. An x value of 0 is 2 units to the left of the axis of symmetry, So we'll go 2 units to the right of the axis and plot another point at 4, 7, remembering to keep the y value the same. Are we ready to sketch our parabola yet? Not quite. Remember, 5 points is best in order to make sure our shape is more accurate. So our last step is to substitute another x value and use symmetry to plot 2 more points. You can use any x value you want, but a good approach is to stick within a few units of the points that are already plotted. That means x values like -1, +1, 3, or 5 would all be good choices here. Pause while you choose an x value, find the y value, plot 2 more points on the graph, and sketch the final parabola. If you used the x values I mentioned earlier, you would have plotted the points -1, 17 and 5, 17, or 1, 1 and 3, 1. No matter which points you plotted, though, your final parabola should look something like this. Try this one on your own. Y equals -x squared minus 2x minus 5.5. Pause the video while you follow the steps to sketch a graph of the parabola. Go ahead and check your work. We start by finding the axis of symmetry using the formula x equals -b over 2a. In this equation, a is -1 and b is -2, making our formula x equals -2 over 2 times -1. Evaluating the right side gives us an axis of symmetry of x equals -1. Now that we know the axis of symmetry, we'll find the vertex by substituting -1 for x. That gives us a y value of -4.5. So our vertex is at -1, -4.5, and goes here on the graph, right in between -4 and -5 in the y direction. Our next step is to find the y-intercept and its corresponding point. Remember, the y-intercept is easily identified from a standard form quadratic equation. It's just the c value. So in this equation, that's 0, -5.5, which goes here on the graph, exactly halfway between -5 and -6 on the y-axis. What's the corresponding point on the other side of the parabola? Well, an x value of 0 is 1 unit to the right of the axis of symmetry, so 1 unit to the left of the axis will put us at -2, -5.5. You might have chosen any number of x values to use for the last step here, like -4, -3, +1, or +2. If you chose any of those x values, you should have gotten one of these pairs of points on the parabola. But no matter which x values you used, even if they're not shown here, your final parabola should look something like this. Before we wrap up here, what do you notice about this parabola? It doesn't have any x-intercepts. What do you remember about parabolas without x-intercepts and the solutions to their equations? Quadratics like this one have no real solutions. Their solutions are imaginary or complex. But we can absolutely still graph them, just like we did here. Awesome work today. We are now parabola pros and can graph any quadratic equation thrown our way. When graphing quadratics in standard form, remember these 4 steps. First, find the axis of symmetry using the formula -b over 2a. Second, use the x value from the axis of symmetry to find the vertex. Third, find the y-intercept and its corresponding point. And finally, substitute another x value and use symmetry to plot 2 more points. Stay curious, and I'll see you next time. Hey, hey.